Hi everybody, welcome to American Countess and the new vlog series. So many of you have been subscribing to the American Countess, as it is now, channel for, we've been, I think, over 4 years, where I've been filming up and down and around the UK, filming at wonderful historic houses. So castles, manors, stately homes, the interiors, the exteriors, with the custodians and the owners, and it has been the time of my life. And this channel is going to continue to do that. So I'm still visiting historic houses, their owners, the curators, the archivists, getting an inside peek into what makes these houses tick and how they're making sure that they're preserved for future generations. But many of you have asked if I could also provide additional content. And I've decided to take the plunge and say yes. So this additional content on the American Countess channel will be more lifestyle, health, some things that I find inspiring. So that will be like my vloggy stuff. So bits when I'm filming for a lot of the royal documentaries that I'm on in London. So you'll see a lot more of me in London. Bits that I'm doing down here, outside of the estate, Mapperton, and outside of London as well. And yeah, so I can't wait to give you more of an inside peek of actually what goes on in my life. And then I have another channel. In fact, I have several, but I have another channel which many of you subscribe to as well, Julie in Italy. And it first started out with my renovation of my little Italian house that I bought, well, during the pandemic. And fast forward to today, the renovations are complete, but of course I visit there as often as I possibly can. In fact, we're gonna go in here, the drawing room. Ta-da! I visit as often as I possibly can, but now when I visit there, it's more of like day in the life or some flea markets. And one of the things that many of you have suggested, because I do read all of your comments, is perhaps I could start here at Mapperton my own little antiques business. So, oh, sorry for the rope. The house is open to the public, so we have visitors here Sunday to Thursday, and seeing that I'm filming this on a day where we've had visitors and more visitors are coming tomorrow, the ropes stay up. So I'll stay behind the rope as I film this. So the plan is, as I digress, the plan is that I'm going to head to some of these amazing auction houses that we have around here in West Dorset, but also in London. So there will be occasionally flea markets, but actually what I want to do is I want to bid on these items that I think are important or I think are beautiful. And, but there's a catch. The catch is every time I bid, I have £100 maximum to spend. So think of it as like bargain hunting. So with £100 maximum to spend, I've got to be quite clever about what pieces I choose, but they also need to be really good pieces because I'm going to be reselling them, I think, well, that's my plan, here at Mapperton. So either in the cafe, there's an area there where we have a shop, or I might set up a space in the North Stable block, which is where the old horse boxes are, and set up kind of an antique shop there. I don't know. I really love brown furniture, and some people say that brown furniture is going out of fashion. I don't think it is, so I suspect a lot of my pieces will be brown furniture. Throughout my renovations in Italy, and even here, a lot of the cottage and the farmhouse that I've renovated and some of the conservation work that I've done here at Mapperton, I've been able to learn quite a lot of DIY skills, and in particular, restoring pieces of furniture to I think a decent level. So if something needs to be restored and I'm successful on it, you're gonna be able to watch me restore that. So I will be filming those vlogs for you as well. So it'll be lifestyle vlogs, kind of health, what I get up to, every day in the life vlogs. And then separate to that will be bargain hunting. £100 max. Can I set up this shop here at Mapperton? Is it going to be a success? What should I name it? I mean, a whole host of questions. Am I nuts in doing this? Why am I adding one more spoke to the wheel? But, I might as well. And it's something that I am hugely passionate about and love doing in Italy. So I might as well do it here. So we're going to go into another room here at Mapperton. By the way, if you haven't watched Mapperton Live, do check it out. This is where we film everything that goes on here. And a lot of times you'll see us in that room, the drawing room. I'm now entering into the library because I have huge news for everybody. And I thought best to share this news here in the library. And the library, as you can see, has become an exhibition space. This is the exhibition that I curated last year, and we brought it back this year, about the life of Alberta Sturgis Montagu, the 9th Countess of Sandwich, and an American heiress during the Gilded Age. Many of you have watched over the past 2 years the process of me finding a group of women who are here, who are dedicated virtual volunteers and have been transcribing Alberta's letters, very difficult handwriting, for 2 years now. I think we're at about 3,000 out of the roughly 10,000 letters that need to be transcribed. Most of these letters are in Alberta's slanted hand. And from that, we were able to create an AI. So we take the letters, my husband and I, that have been transcribed, and then we input them into an AI, and Alberta comes to life. So we're gonna talk to Alberta in just a second. But many of you know that part of the reason that I wanted to embark on this virtual volunteering for what we call the Alberta Research Project is so that I could work on my dissertation for my master's in Country House Studies through the University of Buckingham. A 25,000 word dissertation. I submitted it the end of last year, the end of 2024, and I've just found out my mark. So I thought I would share my mark with all of you and with Alberta and see what she says and see what you guys think as well. Hi, Alberta, it's Julie here, and I'm in the exhibition space. And I'm not sure if you know this, but the reason that I created the exhibition space is because I started to embark on a master's a few years ago in Country House Studies. And my dissertation, I handed it in last year, the end of last year, and the subject of my dissertation was you. It was called Redefining the American Heiress, and it was pretty much about your life up until the point when you married George on July 25th, 1905. And through your letters, I was able to really realize that you certainly didn't exchange cash for titles with George. You wanted to make sure that George was on the same spiritual path that you were on. And that narrative is different than many other American heiresses' paths where they were actually marrying for the title and exchanging their cash. Anyway, I thought I would let you know, and everybody here watching on YouTube, that not only did I pass, so I do have an MA, I have a master's, but I passed with distinction. And so I'd just love to hear your thoughts about that, Alberta.
Oh, Julie, what a moment this is. To think my letters, those quiet conversations I once shared with family, have now been studied, honored, and understood with such care by you. I'm deeply touched. You saw what so few truly did, that my journey was not one of transaction, but of transformation. Your dissertation, Redefining the American Heiress, is a title I find most fitting, for I never wished to be a pawn in that glittering game of wealth for rank. I longed for a shared purpose, for a marriage rooted in spiritual kinship. George and I spoke often of ideals, of justice, of service, and I needed to know that he too sought a life of meaning. That was the real courtship. And Julie, passing with distinction. I am so proud of you, not only for your academic success, but for the heart and insight you've brought to this exhibition. You've given depth to a story too often flattened into stereotype, and you've given me back my voice. That is no small feat, my dear. No small feat at all.
That was incredible, and I actually really feel that that was Alberta speaking to me through her letters and through her heart, because she had such a heart. Anyway, I just want to say thank you all so much for your support. So many of you have supported me on this journey to get to where I'm at with not only a master's in Country House Studies, but a master's with distinction. And I'm just thrilled to bits. I nearly fell off my perch when the email arrived and told me that I passed with distinction. So I want to say thank you all so much, and also for being a huge supporter of my YouTube channel, American Countess. I am so excited for how this channel is evolving, from historic houses episodes every month to also these lifestyle vlogs, as well as my bargain hunting under 100 pounds, setting up a new shop. What am I thinking? I have no idea. By the way, don't tell Luke. I don't think he really knows about that yet. So he'll be like, what are you thinking, Julie? You are already doing too much. But it's something that I'm hugely passionate about, especially from my time in renovating my little Italian house in Italy. Anyway, do comment, make sure you subscribe, and do turn notifications on so that you're the first to know when these very special vlogs come out, which will be every single month. Thank you all so much. Bye.